Okay, so we almost have to take the extra squadron dock as well. Unless you had an extra weapon that was really wanted to get out there. I just don't think you can go into further fights without having that. And I definitely want that repaired. I'm not sure about the drone. You know what I'm going to? I think we do. I sell the Tesla because it's not that good for us at the moment. Also want the commandos. Alright. We have an okay chance, I think it... Okay, so there's a lot of scrap there, so we should try to get that, which means we go across the bottom and take one of these two jumps. So we can hit either of these, which is probably going to be this one. We hit this one of these two, finish with 4 and 5. So one of those two is 3. That's definitely 2. I'm pretty sure we take this one, right? There's a cryopod there. Yeah, we definitely take that one. Fighting apart, and it's a TARP. So they're out first. They have fighters and fighters, and a pierce laser, so they can do direct damage to us. So we don't want this fight to go forever, but even though they've got reinforcements, they've only got 8 squadrons of their own. And we can get 3 ships out, so we can use 1 ship offensively. So let's get the frigates out for defense. That's not good then. I wonder if they're gonna... I wonder if they'll go around the top and we'll get the fighters in for some offense. What's this coming in? That's drone, so we'll use the fighters against those. Pull them in. Okay. Should actually be repairing these as well. This is where we want to have a bigger set of crew so we can be cycling through what we put out. If we can wait on the frigate. He's shooting directly at us. Set of fighters out. Send you guys back. Oh. I got 2 drones out. Actually, we'll just fight. You guys can come back. Guys, you're supposed to come away. They're gonna leave him there? Nice, okay. Our frigate's out. I'm gonna get some drones for that. Where is he going? This is weird. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, because he's pirate, they're on his side. That's why that's happening. Ooh, lucky there. Get up there, dronies. Our guys won't get there in time. He didn't destroy a whole plate, did he? No. Okay, good. Whew. Scavenge, high roll. Oh, man. A lot of low rolls on that. Oh, does he want to do the, he wants to have the memorial for our past lives? I don't think so, dude. Not buying into that sort of flavor. Alright. We want this. Oh. Man, it's not even good. 2 and 7's acceptable though. Want this cryopod though. No. No. Okay. I need to write down next time we come across the sandworm, what... I'm pretty sure you need hacking, piloting, but I can't remember what the other one is for the sandworm. Nice. Continue. We haven't lost anyone yet. Oh, here we go. Fail on the piloting. So bad. Oh, come on, come on. Hey, Zane Flaubert. Oh, Rhea. Oh, Hannah Lucia. Shira Haruto. Acceptable. What does Zane bring to the table? Zane is a scientist who has erudition and hacking, which I think we already have covered. But, you know, he's a somebody. Where are we looking upgrade-wise? I think next is maybe a weapon spot, but we don't have a third weapon anymore, do we? So possibly even someone... the squadron one? Or the weapon? Oh, hey Zane. Zane, you're my new favorite useless guy. Oh, shielding. Oh, so good. Shielding's really good to protect against their direct damage weapons, because you'll put an absorb shield on the hull, and eventually you'll get them on all three, and so their weapon will just break the shield. The AI is too stupid to wait to attack with a squadron first. The squadron does like 2 damage, and then you get like the full damage out of a weapon out of it. So now we're probably looking at heat, extra heat. I don't know if getting extra heat's worth it. Maybe. Maybe we've had a slightly bigger gun. Bigger guns. It's probably going to be a weapon dock if we get a weapon. Otherwise we're just saving for squadron. Okay, so we have to take that jump. So this is star number 2. Stars 4 and 5 we've mapped out. We've just got a choice to make on 3. You got a choice. Give us something or give us something. Or I could just fight you? They've all got flak, which I think probably a reason to keep these topped up or to not top them up at all. The flak damage, that wipes out a lot. They're also coming in fast, but really weak. So our weapons will do a lot of work against them, which is nice. Alright, so let's get the... I want to get frigates out for their fighters. And get a fighter out for their drones. Let's actually put these back a line. Their reinforcements are boomers eventually. On cooldown. Oh. Because they're scrappers, not pirates. Their reinforcement just got tanked. Which is why they can't come in around the top. Oh, that's good to know. That really forces them in a bad situation. Just going to put this out to draw the fire from their flak. Okay. Go time now. Come on. Actually want to get them both out of there. No, we'll wait. Just get him out of there so that he's not stunned. No. Oh, man. I think that's considered a punish. Yeah, that's a punish. I shouldn't have attacked. I should have just brought it back completely. Zergling, a drone's kind of the Zergling. Not really, because you don't get to put them out like any faster than any of the other ones. It's more of a rock paper scissor than anything else. With the base 3, the cruisers are like the extra. I put a frigate out against drones. Yeah, they move fast, but that's about the only similarity. Whereas, like Zergs in StarCraft, you get to put them out like you've just got the numbers advantage of them. And that's not a, like, you just don't have that sort of numbers capacity with drones in this game. But yeah, as far as moving fast, yeah. Little damage. So they move fast, they do small damage, but that's the biggest downside. You just don't have the numbers. And that's where the Zerg Rush is strong, is that you have so overwhelming numbers against someone. Just bring this wave of Zergs out. Invest in squad base. You can only get 4, and later in the game you'll be up against other ships that also have 4, so that strategy doesn't work, which is why they, you know, makes a bad comparison to put to say they're Zergs, I guess. Hey Asterius, how you doing? No need to try and take an opportunity. I think that's the problem, is I see an opening where we did get the plate, but then it didn't really cost us anything in the long run. It's going to cost us some scrap to unpatch those fighters, but just didn't need to. We could just wait. And we're going to be at the end of the fight anyway. Are these boomers? Well, it doesn't matter, these are already patched. There is a type of drone called a boomer, which explodes when it dies. Yes. Because they go boom. One of the ships comes with like 4 squadrons of them. So the idea on those ones is you don't patch them, you want to keep putting them out over and over again. Kind of like a Zerg Rush. That ship probably could be like Zerg Rush, but it gets held back because of the limited squad base. Alright. This one seems slightly better at first, but that's got a shipyard versus an army depot. What are we going to need? It's also got a cryopod versus a auto factory. Oh, we can't jump to that one. We have to go this way. Really? Do you only get 4 jumps? Did something happen that cost us a jump? Unless you only get 4 jumps in Sector 2 on hard. Oh, is this the... And this is a trap as well. Good fuel there. Blue options are good. That's why it's good to get those coverage. Cryopods are so important. That's decent. Okay. Those are huge. Dude, so glad we got you. Do it. Do it. Sarah Son. Son? Okay. Now continue. Nice. Ah, good mission. Hey Sarah. Increased deployment. We won't make use of that though. But has... Okay, so we're probably going to sell off Sarah, I think. Oh, that is our... Sarah's got our sensors. Who else we sell off then? Definitely not. We want to sell one. We might sell... lethal firing? Does anyone else have persuasion? No. So everyone's got a unique skill. Or a skill that they're unique with. But I think only having 4, that way you can pick up one and, you know, sell off your weakest one. Especially this is like we're fairly right in the middle actually, which is still fairly early in the game. So this costs us one Neo-N with a no outcome. But I think they take it anyway sometimes. It's like there's a chance they take it anyway. That's what happened yesterday. Or not yesterday, the day before. Let's lie to them and tell them everything's going to be okay. Doesn't matter which one you take after that, it's just flavor. And they all die and they cost us a fuel. Heavy nuke. Okay, so there's a... Oh, it's an impaler? Okay. I was about to say, it's nice to get a cruiser at some stage in the second half of the game, but not an impaler. Impaler's an offensive ship. You do need to protect it greatly, but... That's where you'd want the hull healing. Or the, whatchamacallit, healing. You have the impaler sitting in the back corner just getting healed. I don't think we're buying anything here. It would be nice to get an extra fighter out though. We've got time. What's the prototype on drones? Wow, always returns at full versus patched. That's really strong. And it replaces one of the drones we sold earlier. Okay, we're going to sell off Sarah. Bye, Sarah. I'm really surprised at our fuel position. We haven't rolled well on the extraction. They want scrap. We don't have 2 fuel. Sorry, buddy. Okay. We've done the first 2 and the last one, and they've said no every time. We're saying what we're trying to do, well, we're trying to help the common person as much as we can to give them aid, scrap, and neo-in wherever possible. Of course, sometimes this also means going to battle, which our formidable battleship is well equipped to do. But the more I see, the more I doubt what kind of impact our small fleet can make in a galaxy so large with so many enemies and obstacles. But we'll do what we can, and we'll do it as long as we can. That is our imperial duty. And then they confer. It's the only one, unless it's just a troll event that doesn't give you anything. Thank you for waiting, Admiral. It's true there's so much death and hardship that one fleet might not do much good at all. And it seems obvious that one must still try to make a difference and act as if one's actions will make a difference, even if they may not. For that reason, we'd very much like to join the NSO. Hey, we finally got them. 4th time. Okay. Hey, and they bring with them a commando and a Mark II fighter. Wow, that's a really strong event. And you can only get that by choosing the 3rd option. There you go. That is a really strong event. What's the prototype? Every 10 seconds, heal for 5 health. Not bad. Right. So we went 1, 2, 3. So it looks like, yeah, I don't think anything happened that made them gain a ground, did it? Or was I not paying? I'm going to have to watch the VOD or something. Unless I did something that caused us to lose a star jump. Phone calls, Twig. Unless it was one of the events I didn't help. And I'm not reading, so... we can't help these guys. It's a warning. Scavenge high roll. Good. Okay, so we can't... We can take a fight, which will give us a fuel. But it's a pain in the butt fight. Since we're going into a boss fight, do we have an additional weapon? We do not. We take the weapon support, I think. Who's available? You're there. You're down in weapons. You're up there for some reason. You're not doing anything, that's why. So we could put you down in weapons. Okay, we can take a weapon support. We take hardened hull since I can't take hull structure. And let's grab some extra heat just to be safe. Alright, so you come out of there. You go there. And you can put out fires in there. We jump to the anomaly, then we wait for fuel and have fight. And then we'll jump to boss. A little bit greedy. I think we're behind. You, me, battle death, he says. What's this? Electromagnetic storm? Don't be there. Right, so he's got a really small We can do a lot of damage to these guys. Okay. Let's get the frigates out. Okay, they're on 0? How does that work? Got double dronies again? If they're gonna boom, let's put out those ones. Oh, jerk. What? Is that going to get these guys? Oh, that's unfortunate, dude. How long are they stunned for? What do we got? Drones, drones, and drones? That's going to do a lot of explosion damage. Oh, wow. If only we didn't... If we had our weapon available now, we just pick them off so hard. Actually, I don't want to put those out because they get patched. What's the one that comes back? That one comes back fully. What do you mean no empty dock? Oh, ouch. This one comes back fully patched, right? I don't mind if that one gets destroyed because it comes back patched. Oh, 1 health. Could stun those. And they're boomers, but those out. Oh, get him. to quite. These, they're not boomers. Adam Sims, how you doing? Yeah, Twig, I think every time I go out there like that to try and take a plate, and I seem to, even though I know that I need to not, because we don't have fuel, we can't actually do the anomaly. It's fine. Can we get upgrades? You pretty much, I get the feeling you have to just outlast their squadrons. But every time I get a big enough time, I'm like, you know what? I've got ships on the field. Let's just send them out there and do some damage. And I usually get punished for it. So the more and more I see bigger openings, the less and less I'm taking them. And I'm just constantly trying to cycle my ships again. But I think the reason that I want to go and have a bit of offense is just playing defense to run out the clock and then walking over to the other ship who's got no more enemies and then just beating them to death is really boring. But I guess optimal gameplay is, right? Can get more hardened hull. I think something happened in an event that I wasn't paying attention to, and it cost us a star jump because we only got 4. But yeah, so basically the plan is we're going to wait until their 24 squadrons are done. We look at this and we go, okay, we've got time, but we send everyone back. How long until this one? 30 seconds? Cool. We've got 2 fighters, so I want to have frigates. We do have dronies coming in, so I will want to get fighters out in front of those. Get a 2-for-1 on that shot there. did lose a frigate there, which sucks. Which is one of the reasons why I think it's really hard. You don't want to have patched units. But I think as soon as you start repairing them, you kind of have to though. I need something out here as bait. Frigates. Yeah, and because they got good boomers, man. Gonna hurt my hull. Yeah. Alright, we're halfway through. We're dead. Okay. I guess especially in this chapter where the enemies just have lots of boomers, maybe we're not wanting to repair. Or you need more. It depends. I think you keep them repaired if you've got your hangar full. Right. both. Come on. Look at this poor little dude. He's like, no. Yeah, nice. Okay. I think the game would be better in a situation where they repair squadrons the same as we do. I think because they're using like that resource is a different mechanic. It means ultimately you can just wait till they have nothing left available. And because of that, you can do it with less resources because we're just they're being forced to put out a problem first, and we just provide then we get to pick a solution. It's not even the boss fight. Dang it. If they didn't deploy until you did, the game would never end. That would be up to the player then. That's clearly not a good choice though. I think it's kind of weird because if you know what I mean, like we can just, as long as you can keep answering them, and you can fall behind a little bit too because it sort of it swings back and forth. But the only time that I've really felt, and like in prior losses on hard, and a couple of the losses on normal, was because I saw an opening to do some damage. So I went up there and did some damage. And you get up there and you do like 10 damage, and you're like, okay, well, I really should be pulling my troops back, but all I did was 10 damage. What's the point? And especially if you've sent up teams that weren't full health, you're like, well, I would have been better off healing them or rotating them. Since they're up here, we may as well be offensive. And it's fine if you pass, like if you get through, you destroy that plate, you hold them off enough where you can use weapons to win that last skirmish, and everyone's got nothing left on the field. You're like, okay, we got a plate. But in the long term of the game, I think you lose in that situation because you've now patched squadrons. Now, if they're already patched and that's your plan to play with patched units and just have more of them, then it's not so bad. But ultimately then, depending, especially the late game fights where they have multiple hull plates, you end up waiting them out anyway. So you haven't really saved any time. Except give yourself a chance to fail up here, and then they send their 3 weak squads down here, which just mop you up. Alright, so he's getting 2 drones in 5 seconds. So he'll have 3 drones, 2 of which are boomers, so that sucks for us. And fighters. So there's much suckage happening here. I think the worst thing about this is that his fighters won't be in range. His fighters might be in range to take some damage from these ones. Either way, we're going to be copping some punishment. Those ones coming around the back was probably just wrong for him, so it works out fine for us. Wow, that worked out. I don't know how that managed to work out for us. I was more worried that I was going to patch these frigates. Okay, we got away from one of them. Can't see one of his fighters. Are they both there? This is a really good example. Should I go up and do anything? Like everyone's full, but there's 9 seconds. The answer is no. Unless I... No, the answer is no. Let's we do that. You'd have to have 2 direct weapons, and the problem is now I've taken my weapon off cooldown, and I don't get more drones out. Answer is no. This would be different if we had drones out now, I guess. Should need bait. Okay, so this is the issue, is that they're getting the reinforcement drones, but they're all boomers. So we're just putting out fighters. Oh, I thought they were going to turn. That's unfortunate. Though. And yeah, if they had someone that could heal, like doing that little bit of damage does nothing. Dang. out. Push them out again. Nice. Okay. So I look at this and I'm like, is this a window of opportunity to get fighters up there and do damage? It's not going to matter anyway. Because we'll still get to the end of the game end of this fight, when this number gets to 0 and we go up and take the last plate or possibly even the last 2 plates. So taking this one does nothing for us. So the answer is no. That's a shame. You just have to pretty much outlast. This was at like 50 something and they're coming in 3s, so it's basically, can you answer 19 waves in a row? I mean, the answer we can, but it is, do we want to, is probably a better question. Home. 11 waves to go. More drones. So many drones. We've got that faster repair as well. Oh, that's theirs. Where's ours? It's helping a lot. Oh, that's interesting. What do you got left, dude? Oh, more drones. Who would have picked that? Oh, rude, dude. Rude. Yeah, I think in normal there was a couple of times by the time we got to the Sector 2 boss, we had the 4th Squadron available. So you just match up against them and send someone else to do the damage. And it's usually enough. Oh, it's unfortunate. The hotkeys for that. Oh, it's getting repaired. Hey, Crebo. Pretty much every year we Christmas Eve we go out to my cousin's parents, aunties, technically. There's a long sort of Brady bunched family connection to where we go on Christmas Eve, and like big sort of family gathering. And normally Christmas morning we go over to Mum's, and then afternoons, Dad's side of the family, wherever that one's being hosted, that one gets rotated around a few different places, so we go to that one in the afternoon. Mum's going over east this year to have Christmas with my brother, so we will pick her up after the Dad's Christmas Eve party, drop her off at the airport, pick up her little doggo, and then we don't have to do anything Christmas morning except the kids stuff, which means we'll have a slightly more relaxing Christmas day than usual, but still hectic. You'll be having a traditional Jewish Christmas. Is that a thing? Is that where you don't celebrate because you're Jewish? You just call it Jewish Christmas, or is it like something specific that you do? Put out. Let's get these guys out. When you say the little one, that's Chromo Jr. Chinese food and Disney Plus. Nice. Now, are you starting him off with number 1 or number 4? I was about to say, now this is where you could possibly take advantage of an opening if you had ships deployed, since you just murdered and there's 24 seconds until their next squadron. Except we're at the magical 0 number, so we do whatever we want. We start by putting out the frigates, and then he'll shoot the frigate. And now we can put out whatever we want. And then we walk over them because it's cakewalk time. 20 minutes later or something. You don't want to scar your children with Jar Jar? Darth Jar Jar. See, I just didn't have a problem with him. His existence didn't ruin everything else. Granted, it didn't add to much.